let's cover all the steps to participate in a terminal hackathon. First and foremost, you're going to want to create a virtual device. Head over to useterminal.com/hackathon. Each hackathon will have a unique code that'll be available and displayed on the blog post during the hackathon. You'll use that code to register. Once you've entered your code and your email address, you can claim a device. Once the device has been claimed, we will send you a friendly ID, a small string of letters and numbers, which is what you'll need to go ahead and sign up for an account. So you'll head back to useterminal.com and click sign up and start filling in the blanks. Enter your friendly ID and click sign up. Congratulations, step 1's complete. You have registered your device and you're in on the hackathon. Now let's go to step 2, creating a plugin. For this, you want to go down to the plugins area, click, and then search for private. That'll expose a private plugin option and bring you right into your first custom plugin. Go ahead and give it a name. In this case, I'm just going to use demo. And we're going to go ahead and build a plugin. So for this, I'm actually going to use some sample data that Terminal provides just to give you a feel of how things work. I'm going to go ahead and add that sample data that we're going to be polling for information. It's just a bit of JSON data, and I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Now we're going to click force refresh here on the right side. This tells the server to go ahead and update with that new data source. Give it a few seconds, click edit markup, and we are ready to go. How do we know? Because down here below the preview screens is the your variables section where it'll include that data that you link to. All right, so let's go ahead and build something. Now, to get started with this, I've actually created a quick framework. Oh, speaking of frameworks, the building of a plugin is powered by 2 core systems. One being the Terminal framework, which is our design system, and the other being Liquid Templating Engine, which was created by Shopify. That is considered your programming language to access and iterate over data. Combining those together allows you to make incredible plugins. So let's go ahead and get back to making this one. I've added, using some of our templating engine, a little bit of a form here, and I want to go ahead and start including some of our data. So I'm going to go ahead and say I want to include in this span my first bit of text. So this is text directly from the server, and we've now included it using a liquid markup. So let's go ahead and create a new one. This time, we're going to go ahead and iterate over our array. So we're going to create a for loop. We're going to say for book in collection. We're going to close that for loop. It's just nice to keep ourselves all cleaned up. And then we're going to go ahead and start displaying our data. So I'm going to go ahead and call this title. And I'm going to zoom out here so you can see. We've created an object called book, and it has, if we look down, has a title. So I'm going to say book.title.notation. And sure enough, our book titles show up. Let's repeat the same exact thing, but this time we're going to go ahead and make it book.description. And we're going to go ahead and change the styling by using the class description. Congratulations. We just built a plugin. Go ahead and save our changes. Now, if you prefer to do your development locally, then you have the option of using something called TRMNLP. on GitHub, you can see our TRMNLP is a local development environment to allow you to do all of your templating right in your local box and then push that to your account. Still need to create your virtual device and create your account, but that is an option if you prefer. It needs to be pushed into your account though to move on to the final step, which is submitting your plugin for entry into the hackathon. If you go back to useterminal.com/hackathon and you are currently logged in, you will see a message that you can now enter in the code for your hackathon, and you can select from your account the plugin that you created. When you're ready, hit submit. Our system will do an automated check by something called Chef for any problems that need to be resolved before it can be submitted to us. Now, these are 3 very common situations, and so I want to explain them real quick to help you out. The first one is field type author bio is required. That's referring to, if you scroll down in your plugin, there's a section called form fields. This is basically your about, your description. What does this do? What is it for? And you can click on the form fields link, and it'll bring you over to our help page that includes our author bio. Copy that, paste it into your form fields, edit it as needed, hit save, and congratulations, we've done the first step. Chef says icon should exist. All right, easy enough. Look on the right side, and icon, just click, upload your PNG, and you're all set. Finally, some markup layouts are empty. Well, if we go back to edit markup, you'll notice that we've worked in only the full tab. Up here, there's full, half horizontal, half vertical, quadrant, and shared. If the full is a full view, but the others allow you to see what it would look like at different mashups. So only showing up the top half, or maybe we're just going to go to half vertical. It'll look like that. Or quadrant, which is just a quarter of the screen is being used for your plugin. So you want to make sure all of these have been customized for your plugin to look the best that they can for your plugin. The final section on the right is called shared. This is a shared area where you can put in conditional styles, JavaScript. If you want to put in liquid that is generating very liquid variables, it's a great place to do your logic and then just power your views with the content themselves and keep things nice and clean and very dry. So once you've got everything ready, you'll be able to submit your work again. If it passes Chef, we'll receive your entry and you are all set, and we will evaluate it. So speaking of evaluation, your entries will be judged on 3 categories: impact or value, creativity, and the terminal framework, your use of terminal framework and markup instead of just throwing in your own styles, for instance. If at all possible, you want to use terminal framework as much as possible. Additionally, if you run into any hiccups or you have questions, we'll create a Megathread on our Reddit community at r/terminal, and you'll be able to interact with your other hackathon participants and get assistance building something awesome and even sharing your work. It's okay. You can gloat wherever you like. We would love to see you share your work out during the hackathon on whatever is most appropriate for you to do so. That's everything you need to know about joining a hackathon with Terminal. We're excited to see what you build.